Today for Me 2.0, we're going to be talking about charting our future so we can have a direction of where we're going, not only for our careers, but also for specific jobs as well. So, first of all, what's the difference? Who can tell me the difference between a career and a job? So the difference between career and job, let me give you an example. For me, my career is in education. My job is a high school technology teacher. Okay? So that's the difference. So you notice career is more broad. It's kind of like the field that you're in. And then job is more specific, the specific duty that you have in that career. Okay? And then what's the difference between mission statement and objective? So like Justin said, mission statement is kind of like the path or the direction you're going, and the objective is the specific goals you have for that mission statement. So that mission statement is kind of like it's driving you towards a direction, and the objective is the detail, like checkpoints along the way. So you got it. Okay, so we're going to first talk about career and mission statement. So mission statement, it's a formal, short written statement indicating purpose. Okay, that's the key word, is purpose. It's to guide the actions, and it shows the overall goal, okay, and the direction and the guide and decision making. Okay, so there's three parts to this mission statement that we're going to make. There's three elements that I want you to use. The first is self-expression, then growth, then high-quality experiences. So let's start with self-expression. So have you ever heard this phrase, express yourself? How do you express yourself? There's various ways you're expressing yourself. Sometimes we do it through physical, some verbal, some thought. So there's different mediums as well. Like there's writing. Here's some examples. Creating, social, sharing, and active. Okay. So self-expression. Now, let's say you express through playing basketball. Okay. Now, unless you're gonna be a trainer or a player, you're probably not gonna use basketball for a job. So instead of saying express yourself through playing basketball, you could put team activities with people, because we're going to be using these phrases to create our mission statement. And you wouldn't want to use basketball if you're going to be a doctor, but you would want to use phrases like more general. So jot down a few ways that you like to express yourself. And next, we're going to do growth. Okay. Now, for growth, you want to think of what ways do I grow? And not physically, but more in terms of your skill and your ability and who you are. Now, a lot of times we grow and we don't like that growing process. For example, when I assign a project for the quarter, you're like, oh, it's going to be so hard, a lot of work. But when you're finished with it and at the end you look back and you see the growth and the progress that you have. Sometimes people ask me to speak and share for a group of people. And sometimes I don't want to do it because I know it takes a lot of work to prepare. But I know that through that preparation process and then delivering it, I look back at it after and I say, yeah, I really grew through that experience and by being challenged in that way. So think of a few ways that things that make you grow and that you either enjoy or don't enjoy. So maybe you enjoy developing things. Maybe you enjoy managing. Maybe trying to understand things. Experimenting. I had a student who really liked to figure out how things work. Like he would take a toaster. He'd take his toaster, dismantle it, see the parts, and then try to put it back together. He also tried doing this with his computer. He did this with his phone. He just liked learning new things about how things worked. Okay? So think of a few things about growth, and then we'll come back to that. Next, we have high quality experiences. Okay, I think of this as the wow factor, those mountaintop experiences. Now, usually these experiences, they don't usually happen often. Okay, They're those rare times when that really like shapes your life or changes you, and you look back and you're like, yes, I remember when I was impacted by that time. Okay, for example, maybe those wow times come when you create something beautiful out of nothing. You know, like, or you're able to convince a group or lead a group, and you didn't have that didn't have much potential, and you were inspiring to others. Maybe it's more service projects for the community really inspires you. Okay, maybe it's collaboration. You really like working with people. Maybe it's teaching them, okay, the skills that you have. So write down one that wow experience, the high quality, and usually there's only like one or two of those because they're more rare. And now that we have the three elements for our mission statement, let's go ahead and create our mission statement. So we need to combine the three, okay? Now you're not going to combine everything. You're going to go and look at your three answers, or the three subject answers, and then you're going to look at what are the top ones, or which ones kind of like drive my career, okay? Or that I would like to continue to work in. So it can be a mixture of life, career objectives. Here's some examples. Okay. Here's one: inspiring others through journal writing to help others succeed. So let's say you are an English writer, right? And you like to write books. So let's go ahead and, okay. So let's say for how do you express yourself? Let's say you said you express yourself through like blog writing and journaling, okay? And then for, what was the second one? Growth. Now for growth, like you've been given assignments, maybe a newspaper club, or a teacher gave you an assignment, or maybe you do some side work for a magazine, and you don't like being told what to write about, what to do it, but through that experience, those experiences, it's helped you grow as a writer. Okay, so I'm gonna put writing. I'll just put writing jobs or tasks. Okay, so maybe you grow through that, and then those wow factors. Like what wows you? Those unique experiences. And maybe it's when a reader views your article and it makes an impact. Okay? So reader impacted from your writing. Okay, so maybe that's a wow factor. So you would combine these three, okay, and these are just one example for each. So you're going to have a bunch of examples. But from these main ones, you would go in and get it from combining the elements. So right here, maybe it's inspiring others through journal writing to help others succeed in that. And you don't have to be really specific, because notice this one, co-creating, or a better word would have been collaborating, the future with the leaders of tomorrow. Okay, maybe you really want to make a difference for the next generation, or even your generation. And so you like to collaborate with people or leaders. Now this could work for a business person, it could work for a politician, it could work for somebody who's looking to do change in third world countries, or relief aid. So a lot of different things that could fall under. Okay, here's some examples from some of my students today. Yeram, he's the one who won the documentary from the film festival for Korea and all of Asia. But he wants to pursue it. He says, creating artistic works in large and small scale to express my thoughts and be a positive influence to others. Okay? So that's Yeram's. Joshua, to help patients achieve their highest potential by providing compassion and consistent medical care. Okay? So you kind of get a sense of these guys' values and also their career, like what kind of jobs that they would want to work in, and kind of like their guide.